guys, I'm engaged and it's time for you to meet my fiance. This is him.
Yeah, we've been dating for close to 2 years. And you guys have seen me several times, I think.
Yeah, I've like soft launched him a little bit, kind of. I never like announced you're my boyfriend, and we didn't really have one-on-one pictures together. But he's like sprinkling around my Instagram.
Yeah, she keeps calling me her friend.
Yeah, he's been in some YouTube videos and I just call him my friend because we wanted to keep her private.
Yeah, we did. I think it was a good decision to keep it private.
So what's your name?
My name is Nick. I was brought up in New York. I don't know if anybody needed to know that, but I went to college. I went to Manhattan College. If anybody knows Manhattan College, go Jaspers.
Go Jaspers.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I could tell them about kind of how we met. I think you guys might enjoy that.
Yeah. Let's talk about how we met.
Let's diverge.
Let's go into
not
it.
Diverge. So Natasha, I don't know if you've ever mentioned on your channel. I don't think you have, about Crew.
Yeah. So I started Crew with my best friend Ryan our freshman year of college, and at that point we didn't really have anyone guiding us. Like we literally just started it from scratch. And Ryan got in touch with somebody from the actual Crew ministry. Through that person, we met two people that eventually introduced us to each other.
Right. If you guys don't know, Crew is this nationwide, it's actually worldwide, right? There's some international campus ministry organization. I didn't start it on my campus, Manhattan College, but I was with the first wave of people that started coming to it 4 years ago, I'd say. Like you said, we had the same Crew leaders, people that were helping us to move forward in the ministry at our respective campuses, and we were introduced through them at...
It was first through a group chat.
Yes, right.
And I remember he told me that I was just the hey sis girl, because I called pretty much every girl sis.
Yeah.
I don't know, when you're a Christian, everyone's your sister in Christ. If you know, you know. But yeah, I was just very friendly, and I remember him telling me like a while later, like that's the first thing he noticed, that I just called everybody sis, and like I was blowing up the group chat, people were talking to me, and he's like, who is this girl?
Yeah. I remember it was a winter conference that Crew does. They call it a winter conference, and it's basically like a bunch of different people, you know, all over the country, all over the world, really. They come together, and this one was virtual because our sophomore years, it was 2019,
COVID.
right?
Yeah, it was COVID, so we couldn't be in person. Then we met a few months later. So we officially knew of each other's existence, essentially January. I think it was actually January of 2021. March of 2021 was when we actually met in person. So you can talk about that.
Yeah, in March, we went on a spring break.
It was a retreat.
Excuse me, we went to Rhode Island together. Not together, but we met in Rhode Island, and we all met this particular night, the first day of the retreat, at the guy's house.
Yeah.
And so all the leaders, you know, the people from Crew were there. You guys.
I remember we actually sat next to each other that first night.
Yeah.
And I don't even know if I told you this. My face was so red because when you meet him, he's 6'5", okay? I'm 5'4". That's a solid foot and an inch difference, right? I was like, whoa, this dude is like super tall. And when he sat next to me, I was like, I think I didn't consciously know I was attracted to him, but like my cheeks did because I blushed. And I remember the first thing that made me burst out laughing about you is that him being as intelligent as he is, he had no idea what the beverage LaCroix was. And he was like, what is that, LaCroix? And I just lost it because I was like, LaCroix? Like, where are you from?
Yeah. At that point, I had been drinking LaCroix, so I might get roasted for that. But yeah, it was a really nice night, and I remember that laugh in particular because nobody else was laughing but her.
Yeah, I laugh a lot, guys.
And I mean, it was fantastic, like meeting her for the first time. I said that, and it was so cool that I noticed her sense of humor right away and the fact that she was laughing. And she was like I think you were snorting. Like
I don't snort. That is one thing I do not do.
Not snorting, maybe.
But I was laughing. I was LOL.
It was like, you know,
sure.
You guys know the belly laugh, like it's coming up.
I was like almost tearing,
Yeah.
I thought it was hilarious.
But I mean, that was it was a really nice moment. And I think throughout that weekend, it was 2 days, right?
It was just like a 3-day thing. So we met first day, then it was next 2 days.
Right.
I want you to tell them what your first impression.
Yeah, first impressions, I thought that she was really cool. I remember, walking through the door because me and my friend Sam, we came a little later and they had already been at the house for some time.
So I told you guys that me and Ryan started crew. I came with him and our mutual friend Nick P.
Yeah.
So I was in their car, we all came together, so yeah.
Right, so me and my friend showed up a little later, and when I walked through the door, I was saying hello to everybody, and I saw Natasha, and I was like, wow, she's very pretty. She's very pretty.
You thought that?
I did think that. I was like, wow, she's pretty. But, at the time, I didn't want my feelings or emotions, because I'd say I'm a romantic person. I didn't want my feelings to get the better of me. You see somebody, you want to get to know the person.
And I was at the same place mentally.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not looking for nothing. Like, I can definitely appreciate. Honestly, like, I thought his friend. So his friend was the first one.
I was hoping you would say this. Yeah.
His friend was the first one that came in. I was like, whoa, he's tall and he has dimples. And I was like, okay.
She was more attractive than him.
I was not more attractive. But I was like, yeah, he's cute. And then he comes in, I was like, whoa, he's taller.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, he's a handsome guy. But then I just like brushed it away because like I was also in the mental state that I was just like, I'm not looking for, I was just like, okay, whatever, new friends.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
Yeah, that's basically what I was feeling at the time. And yeah, I noticed right away that everybody liked her. Everybody there, it was like eating out of her hand. Like, that expression.
That's a little much.
Maybe it was a little much, but like I think that everybody took to Natasha very quickly and they wanted to be her friend and they wanted to get close to her because why wouldn't you? She's awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm not biased, but but I made the conscious decision that I was just gonna not show her I wasn't gonna give her anything. I was gonna try not to like her.
Very aloof.
I guess maybe I liked her. I thought she was awesome at the time, but it was just I didn't want to be like everybody else throughout the whole weekend. We only had a few hellos.
Yeah. I remember we were on the same team for like a game night that we did together, and for whatever reason I caught myself like looking to where he was the whole night, and I literally was like, Natasha, what are you doing? Like, pay attention to the game. Like, I was scolding myself because I wanted to always be in his orbit at that point. But I just let it go. The whole weekend was super duper fun, but yeah, we didn't really talk. I talked more to like Nick P, Ryan, and the girls than I did to him. Yeah. Second to last night, we were having a worship night, and I remember he was like talking for a long time with this girl, and they were both sitting behind me. So I was sitting next to this girl, and then there was his friend, him, and then the other girl. And I was like, what are they talking about? I was a little bit jealous.
I remember her turning around because, like she said, she was.
I was right at the table.
Yeah, but she was in front with her back turned to everybody behind because we were all looking at the screen, having a worship night. And so I was sitting and the girl was on my left. And I remember her turning back and looking at us a couple times.
He said something, and I didn't know who he was talking to. So I was like, what? And he was like, oh no, I was talking to her. And I was like, okay. And then I just turned around. I was like, all right, snip, snip, you're off the list.
Yeah.
Bye, that was it.
It was my friend, not me. Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, we should get to, do you want to go to the, your event?
Yeah. So the retreat leaves. Obviously, we're all sad to see everyone go because it was such a great weekend, whatever. And then he gives me an awkward little bye pat hug, and I was like, okay, another snip snip, not a good hugger.
But none of this, I just want to say this, none of this was I was not trying to be mean.
Yeah.
I was not. It was just because I didn't want to.
And also, he was a very different guy from when I met him to when he is now. I feel like now you're more willing to hug people that you don't know.
Okay. Yeah.
Because back then, I remember my friend Ryan, guy banter, and he was like, oh, you're a bum, and he was like, I don't know you like that. And I was like, oh my god, like, you can't be friendly?
Yeah.
Like, that was crazy.
Ryan and I are very good friends.
Yeah, now they're like the best of buds.
Yeah.
But you've changed a lot. Like,
Yeah.
I think for the better. But yeah, it was never to be mean, but in my head, I always have this generated list of checks and X's, so. Yeah, so
There's a few X's.
I paid attention. But anyways, fast forward to April 23rd. April 23rd, right before junior year ends, my college campus has an event, and we invite the people from the retreat. We invite everyone from our school, you know, our crew friends, other friends too, and he shows up. And the whole time I'm like excited for your friend and you to come. Also, mind you, a little crumbs for whatever is that when I came back from the retreat, my mom she asked me, right? She was like, oh, who's there? I gave her all the names. And she's like, oh, who's he? And out of everyone there, she only asked for a picture of him. So I remember I had to go through the awkwardness of looking through the GroupMe, back when we used GroupMe, save his picture that he posted in the group chat, and then show it to my mom. And she was like, oh. And in my head, I'm like, alarms blaring. What does that mean? My mom knows something that I don't. I let it go. At this event, he comes and like everyone's dressed, you know, pretty nice. It's like a really nice day in April, you know, spring, whatever. And we're sitting on a picnic blanket. And he's sitting a little bit behind me. I'm sitting in the front just because I was tired. I was just, let me sit down for a little bit and then I'm gonna go back to the action. And he taps me on my shoulder. And he goes, you have something in your hair. And I was like, oh. And then I turned around with the intention of him getting, like, you know, picking it out. But as I was turning around, I was like, why am I not doing it myself? Why am I allowing a stranger to touch my hair? And 3, he took it out of my hair. I'm like, how did he know that's what I meant? And I'm just not ignoring him.
Yeah.
Like, everything lined up in that moment. It was like the stars aligned, the planets, whatever. And I was like, whoa. Obviously, I got butterflies. A handsome 6'5" man is plucking a flower out of my hair.
Yeah. But, I mean, you guys know what we're talking about. It's like those little things that mean
the little romantic,
I mean, a big deal to you, and it's specific to everybody. But that was
yeah.
the first one. I didn't really think much of it. I was just like, for whatever reason, I just knew what she meant by when she turned. She was basically saying you could take it out, and so I just very politely took the thing out.
Yeah, but it was so gentle. Like, I've had guys in the past, like, try to, like, you know, like, oh, wipe, whatever. But it was never the way that it felt when he did it. It was so gentle and honestly comfortable. And I don't like really people touching with my hair, like, at all. Because I have like wavy curly hair, and if you touch it the wrong way, it gets frizzy, it gets poofy. I'm very particular about who touches my hair, and basically nobody touches my hair. So it was weird that I was letting him touch my hair. It was another thing, it's like my body knew something that my mind didn't. Yeah.
I also had a really nice experience with her at the time at that event. We didn't really talk that much there either, but one of the things that I really enjoyed doing with her is after the event, we had pizza. They had supplied pizza. For whatever reason, I guess nobody was really that hungry. We didn't eat a lot of pizza.
Yeah, we ordered like 4 boxes. And we had like
2.
3.5.
Yeah, there was a lot. There was a lot.
Or no, yeah, 2.5.
Yeah, one of the people there had the great idea of just offering pizza to the people. I saw that and I was like, wow, that's a really cool idea. Let's do that. You know, we could talk to people and do something nice. I wanted to do it with somebody, just to have somebody there. You know, there's a comfort thing, you know, walking up to somebody. I mean, the person, without a doubt, was Natasha. Like, I was like, do you want to go? And she was like, yeah, right?
Yeah, I was like, yeah, let's go.
Let's do it.
And then I just grabbed a bunch of goodie bags that we had left over and took it while he took the pizza boxes, started handing them out.
And that was kind of my moment. For her, the moment was the hair. For me, that was the moment because I remember it being very easy to go and walk up to people, say hello, hi, you know, would you like some pizza? How you guys doing? Everything okay? And just kind of do that, you know, very comfortably. And that was, in my head, that was like a check mark. That was like, wow, okay, this person, I could be myself, I could be comfortable, we could do things together, and
we could do uncomfortable things together.
Yeah, that's a big thing. Find somebody, a partner that you can do uncomfortable things with comfortably. That's something that we've learned. You were always pretty comfortable doing uncomfortable things.
Yeah, and like the mission trip where we started dating,
We gotta get to that, right?
Yeah, like that was uncomfortable to the max.
Oh, yeah.
But we had each other, and
Yeah.
it made it fun. So that's essentially the story of how we first met and all of our first interactions.
Yeah.
Like and subscribe if you want a second part to this about when we actually started dating and what that experience was like. Because we started dating not in our respective homes. Like I live in Connecticut, he lives in New York. We started dating in Providence, Rhode Island, where we had to stay for 2 months on a mission trip. So that's a story within itself. So like and subscribe if you want part 2 to this video. Thank you guys for watching. Please give a warm welcome to my amazing fiance.
Thanks.
God bless you guys and peace.